When I was 20, I decided to travel alone to Thailand. I didn't speak English very well, but I wanted to see the world and meet new people. At first, everything felt difficult. I couldn't understand the announcements at the airport, and I was afraid to speak because I thought I would make mistakes. One day, I asked a woman for help. She smiled and spoke slowly to me. She said, "Don't worry, you're doing great." That small sentence changed everything. I realized that learning English is not about being perfect. It's about communicating. During my trip, I stayed in small hostels with travelers from all around the world. Each night, people sat together in the common area, sharing stories about their adventures, hiking mountains, diving in the ocean, getting lost in cities, and finding friends in unexpected places. At first, I just listened quietly. I tried to catch words I already knew and guess the meaning of the ones I didn't. Sometimes, I would write new words in my notebook, promising myself to check them later. One night, a traveler from Canada noticed my notebook and said, "You're really trying to learn, huh?" I smiled shyly and nodded. He started teaching me small expressions like walking and like, "No worries. That's awesome. And you nailed it." Those phrases became my little treasures. As days went by, I began to speak more. Not perfectly, not even fluently, but bravely. Every small conversation felt like a victory. I remember ordering food at a street stall one evening. I tried to ask for spicy noodles, but the seller thought I said rice with ice. He laughed kindly and repeated what I said slowly, helping me pronounce it correctly. We both laughed, and I realized how beautiful it was that people could connect even through mistakes. Every interaction taught me something new. Sometimes I would listen to English songs before bed, trying to understand the lyrics. Other times I watched short travel videos with subtitles, repeating the sentences out loud. It became a habit, a small daily effort that slowly changed everything. After a few weeks, something magical happened. I began to think in English. Simple things like, "Where's my phone?" or "What time is breakfast?" came naturally to my mind. I didn't need to translate anymore. I started joining group tours, visiting temples, taking cooking classes, and hiking with other travelers. In every group, there were people who spoke English differently: British, American, Australian, and many others. At first, the different accents confused me, but with time, I started to recognize patterns and rhythm in the way they spoke. There were days when I felt tired or shy again. But then, I remembered that woman at the airport, her smile, her kind words. "Don't worry, you're doing great." That voice stayed with me every time I hesitated to speak. 2 months passed faster than I expected. When I look back, I couldn't believe how much I had improved. I could ask for directions, tell short stories, and even make jokes in English. On my last night in Thailand, I sat on the beach watching the sunset. The sky turned orange and pink, and I realized how far I had come. Not just in distance, but in confidence. Learning English had opened a door to a bigger world, one where I could connect, understand, and belong. I took out my notebook and wrote one last sentence. Language is not only words, it's bridges between hearts. Now, whenever people ask me how I learned English, I tell them this story. I tell them that I didn't learn from books alone. I learned from moments, from laughter, confusion, kindness, and courage. You don't have to be perfect to speak English. You just have to start. Speak, make mistakes, laugh about them, and try again. Because the world becomes much bigger and much kinder when you dare to speak.